Alright. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Today we're going to be talking about Group D of the ESL Pro League, and the first round of matchups have just concluded yesterday. Liquid and IP, Gambit T1 and Tropic Furia. These were the first round of matchups in Group D. First of all, I couldn't sleep yesterday because I was watching Liquid Nip. I went to sleep at 2 a.m. and I missed the fucking morning gym and all that jazz. Anyway, so yeah, Liquid and IP, I'm very impressed by Liquid. They came out the gates swinging. They took very heavy first half leads. 11-4 on the first map, 12-3 on the second map. I was very impressed, and I'm very happy, very content, because the rest of the teams from NA have really disappointed, right? I was expecting BNB to do good. I was expecting EG, at least EG, to take off a win or two, but they couldn't do it. Neither did BNB. And we always talk about, we need to save NA. NA is dying. Yeah, North American Counter-Strike. Yeah. But the only people, am I recording this or not? I'm recording this. Anyway. So, the only thing that can save North America is North America. If North America doesn't have talent that can compete at the top stage, no one's gonna give you a salary, no one's gonna give you an organization, no one's gonna be behind you. Like, I mean, I don't know how to say this. That's why I was also very disappointed with how a few players from Bad News Bears were on social media. I mean, they talk on social media as if they deserved an organization, as if they were owed something. Like, no, you didn't even take a map. How are you gonna? Which organization is gonna be having a team like Bad News Bears who's not even going to take a map or any close maps to be? They're all washouts. Every match they just got rolled over. Like, there's no point. Right. I was talking about Group D anyway. So yeah, I was very happy that Liquid took an early lead in both the maps. They did look shaky in the second half, and they did give away a few rounds here and there, more than they should have. They should have closed the scores, and the scores were 16-9, 16-10. They could have closed it a bit earlier, like 16-6, 16-7, because the way they were dominating, and they lost pistols on both the second halves. It could have been pressure. They were like, now that they have we always talk about Liquid choking, right? So they always have this pressure in the back of their mind that they could bottle a very heavy lead and they could end up losing. So it was good that they played conservative in the second half after having huge leads and not letting it go. But still, I would have liked it to be a bit more one-sided, 16-6, 16-7, 16-8, that kind of scoreline. But 16-6 is still very dominated. And I'm very happy that if lost, because I don't like that. I hate that team. Especially after the Anonymous incident. I will never like Device or an IP or anyone. Maybe the players other than Device, I'm okay with them. But Device and an IP, both of them. And the things they are doing on social media regarding the Stockholm Major, it's just that it's shitty. Like, there's no way of putting it any other way. They're pretending on social media that they are somehow the facilitators of this major being in Stockholm, which I feel like it's not under their control. Like, what are they trying to achieve? It's just trying to sway fans who are Device fanboys and trying to win them. They already have them won. And at the end of the day, if the majors happens in Stockholm, they just will go ahead and take the credit. Like this is we did this and we made the major happen in Stockholm and all that. Yeah, that's a different topic, but still. So yeah, I'm very happy that MIP lost and Liquid won, and it's very, and I just want Liquid to go deep in playoffs and have good pro league run at least, because if they don't, if the best team from North America can't make it to playoffs and can't make it deep in the playoffs, like the only message gonna send that NA has dried up of talent. Like there's no talent in North America, so more orgs are not gonna come in. So I'm happy that Liquid won. I'm also happy because Liquid has shown a lot of faith in Counter-Strike. They have been in Counter-Strike for years, and they have been trying to get better. They have been trying to grab trophies, and they have done that many times. And I'm happy that they have started good at least in this group. Anyway. Yeah, other matchups we had Gambit Team 1. Team 1 did have a first close map 16-14 on Mirage, and they got battered on Ancient 16-6. And yeah, first map Mirage, I didn't even look at the first map because I thought there's no way that Team 1 can beat Gambit, right? Gambit is the world beater, at least online. Even on LAN, they had a very good performance, but I did feel like they were a bit under pressure in Cologne. However, I did expect them to very heavily beat Team 1, which they did on Ancient, but was close on Mirage. Which is kind of, which I didn't watch the match, so I'm just guessing that it might have been very anti-strat heavy. The anti-strat heavy Team 1 that could have happened. That's why it was so close. But because of the first map being close, it enticed me to watch the second map, and it was a whitewash. Like Team 1 was losing advantaged T-set positions, 3v3s after plants, 4v4 after plants. It clearly showed that they were under pressure, and which they shouldn't have been, because they knew that they had nothing to lose basically. So they should have been a bit less under pressure. But I also felt Gambit was playing very well. So yeah, good first showing from Team 1, I guess, on the first map at least. But the second map went as expected, and and this Furia Entropic. Now this game, Furia Entropic. Now, Entropic, because Furia was playing with a coach, and they weren't playing particularly well when they had Honda in the team when Junior left, and they're also not playing well when Junior was in the team. But they were at least playing well. They were at least playing better than the time they were playing with Honda, right? So Furia, in my opinion, should have been whitewashed by Entropic, because I rate Entropic really high. I think Entropic fourth or third best team from CIS region, and with Alien and Forrester, these are some high fragging names. They have put good fight against Gambit, Navi in the RMRs, and I felt that Entropic should be able to dominate Furia, right? And so that's why I did not want to watch the match, because I felt like it wouldn't be very interesting. But anyway, but I was keeping check of the scores. Keeping check of the scores through HLTV. So when I see the score line being 11-11, 12-12, I was very surprised. I thought, how are Furia doing this? Then I go open the scoreboard, and I see Gary drop fragging. And I'm like, how is that possible? He's a coach. Anyway, he did also knife two of Entropic players. So my takeaway from this match is basically that both the matches, first of all, were very close, 16-14, 16-13. So my takeaway from this match is basically that Entropic is not as good as I thought or many others thought, right? And Furia are not as, uh, but I still feel like Furia will be dominated in other matchups. But I feel like Furia is a bit better than what we thought. But I will put the blame on Entropic on this one because I did see a few missed shots from Alien on the orb. I did see a few bottled ups round from Entropic, so I feel like it was more Entropic than Furia. So I'll say that Entropic is not as good as we thought. So yeah, Furia, they could get a few maps, they could get a few matches, but I doubt it will probably be against Team One if it happens. Team One and what's the other team? And maybe Liquid, because Liquid has this eternal pressure against Furia. They have lost to them so many times that they could be taken advantage of. But Liquid have shown good face in the first day. So I'm expecting that not to happen because Furia has a excuse of their performance. Liquid doesn't. If Liquid doesn't perform, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna spell bad things for NA. Basically, puts off all the interest, even if people had North America at this point. Anyway, so next matchups. Let's see what the next matchups are. Next matchups are, I think, NIP. Wait a second. It's NIP and Tropic, which I feel like NIP have the upper hand, and they should they should be winning against Entropic because. But I would like if Entropic did win against NIP because I don't like NIP, as I said earlier. So I like the players except Device. I like all the players, right? Device, when he left Astralis to join NIP, he said, "I want to be the best player," rather than saying that I want to win a major with another team or I want to. So it's more focused on himself than on the team. Even though players have continuously said in the vlogs and on social media that Device has no ego and all that stuff, which I highly doubt. If a player of that caliber, which has won 4 majors in his career, has a very successful career, I doubt that he doesn't have an ego. And him saying, and him just, yeah, we'll talk about that some other time. This is some old topic, but still, I doubt that Device has any ego, and also doubt that this move was more comfort than competitive success, right? There's that. So NIP should win against Entropic, but I would love if Entropic did beat NIP in long overtimes or whatever. I would love it. Then there's Gambit Liquid. I hope this is gonna be a great match. I hope that Liquid are not gonna get just rolled over, and I also think that because Liquid is showing such good face on the first match, I feel like they could do good against. They could do good against Gambit. So giving Gambit the upper hand, but still Liquid should have a great match. So I will be very interested in this match. Should be watching, and you should too. And next we have, I think, Furia Team 1. Yeah, Team 1, Furia, a bit of domestic rivalry, but Furia clearly the better team, and they showed it against Entropic as well. So I'm gonna give this to Furia. It might be close maps, but I just think Furia should be able to take this. And yeah, so this is for tomorrow. Then yeah, there's also lots to talk about in this Pro League. There's G2, there's Virtus Pro, there's Complexity, there's Bad News Bears. Yes, there's ENCE, and the Group C, the whole of Group C is interesting. So we're gonna look on that after the group stage is over, maybe. The teams, because the names were big, evil geniuses just making a mockery of themselves, their brand, everything. Richard Lewis also did a video on EG which I completely resonate with. I think he's right on the money with um, how they need to make hard cuts or maybe rebuild the team to have competitive success. They have leaned over to being more European than North American, which I feel, I mean, could be good, could be bad, but I also feel that Evil Geniuses should at least give some chances to North American players. There are good players from North America right now, at least in Bad News Bears, which could bring the fire, which could prove, which want them to prove themselves. So I feel like they should give them a chance as well. But even if they go European as well, I mean, it could work. It could work. Both of them. So yeah, we gonna talk about them later, I guess. But up till today, until now, for Group D, to for ESL Pro League, this is enough, and I'll be talking about the rest of the topics later. So see ya.